It's 90.3 FM, KEXP in Seattle, the afternoon show. Kevin Cole with you, and just heard music from Wave Pictures. I Love You Like a Madman, the name of that track from Instant Coffee Baby. And joining me right now, a band playing tonight at the Vera Project along with Wave Pictures, it's Allo Darlin.
Hello.
Hello, darlings. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
Good. It's great to have you here on this beautiful Friday afternoon.
Thank you for having us. We don't know what day it is, but if it's Friday's always good.
Yeah, it's always good. And
Every day's Friday to us.
when it's sunny here, it's always good. So it's been a blur. Have you
Yeah.
been just touring like crazy?
We have. We've seen a lot of states of America.
Cool.
Yeah,
Has
it's
it
been awesome.
been fun?
Awesome. Really good fun.
Good, good. Any particular highlights so far?
I loved going through the South. I loved going through Texas. We went to the Buddy Holly Museum. We saw Hank Williams' house. We've done lots of cool touristy things like that.
Sweet. What's the Buddy Holly Museum like?
It has a giant pair of glasses out the front of it.
Nice, perfect.
In Lubbock.
Yeah.
And they have the Buddy Holly, they have the West Texas Hall of Fame there, and Roy Orbison, Waylon Jennings, Terry Allen, of course, the famous son of Lubbock.
Lubbock on everything.
And Lubbock on it. He's this guy I've never heard of, but
Yeah,
the Wave
it's
Pictures
everywhere.
are big fans of him. Yeah.
And Willie? Is Willie from, doesn't Willie Nelson live outside Lubbock? Or Austin?
Probably.
Somewhere around there,
Seemed
I
like
think.
his kind of place.
Yeah. Somebody will tell us in 30 seconds. How about a couple songs and then we can chat a bit?
Cool. Okay. Well, this is Capricornia we're going to play.
Could you ever understand how you ended up here? Any friend you've ever had has disappeared, and the tug of a heartstring is the line that pulls you home. You bear witness to the ones you used to know, and I keep having these dreams, and I keep having these dreams, and I keep having these dreams. I will come to when you fall down, and when the lights go out, and we set the world to rights. When I find you under Capricornia sky. Don't you wanna be someone? You've gotta let it go. If we stay here, we'll be old before we know. And the shadow of the midday sun burns beneath your feet, and the old dogs are still sleeping in the street. And I keep having these dreams, and I keep having these dreams, and I keep having these dreams. I will come to you when you fall down, and when the lights go out, and we set the world to rights. When I find you under Capricornia sky, and you ask me questions, then you answer. It pulls me out, and I go with the tide. And you tilt my world on its axis every time I look into your eyes. And you say the things you love are the things you never had, and when you hold them they pass through your hands like sand. And when I have made promises to that I could never hold, and underneath the southern cross these histories fall, and I keep having these dreams, and I keep having these dreams, and
Okay. Should we play another song?
Absolutely. That
Okay.
was fantastic.
Thank you. All right, we're going to play a song from our new album. It's called Wonderland.
It's Allo Darlin live on KEXP, playing tonight at the Vera Project.
On a blustering winter day, on a crowded underground train, we had the numbers, holding the cards closer than ever. You could avoid those eyes forever if you just try it. Lost to the city, will I ever see your face again? Lost to the party, it's a wonderland we're living in. And I'm not saying I'm waiting for a star sign, but you were on your way to being left behind. Left behind. February rain is washing all our days away, and you feel tired. The puddles at your feet shine, the traffic light wishes that you keep, and you feel lucky. We could be lions, and I'd protect you in our den. And we could be polar bears, and I would hunt you till the end. And I'm not saying I'm waiting for a star sign, but you were on your way to being left behind. Left behind. Left behind. It feels like the world is ending, but I'm with you, and I don't care. It feels like the world is ending, but I'm with you, and I don't care. Feels like the world is ending, but I'm with you, and I don't care. Feels like the world is ending, but I'm with you, and I don't care.
Allo Darling sounding so sweet here on the afternoon show. Wonderland and Capricornia, two songs from the new album Europe. And live versions, of course, as they're here in the studio and in town playing tonight with Wave Pictures at the Vera Project. This is a 10-year anniversary show for Three Imaginary Girls. And again, thank you so much for stopping by this afternoon. Appreciate that.
It is our pleasure.
So, Elizabeth, tell me, 5-6 years ago, you moved from Brisbane, Australia. Am I butchering that?
Brisbane.
Brisbane?
Brisbane.
I knew I wasn't getting it right.
That's all right.
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
And to London,
Yep.
in large part, right, to start a band. You wanted a change in life? Is that what
Yeah,
you were
that's
thinking?
right. That's right. And Bill actually moved from Brisbane as well. We didn't know each other, but I lived with his sister, and so we met.
you met?
Yeah, and he thought the streets of London were paved with gold as well.
And has it worked out that way?
Yes.
Lots of gold. Gold everywhere.
Well, it's worked out in its own nice way.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Why did you pick London?
Well, London is easy for Australians to move to for a limited period of time.
Yep.
So we have a reciprocal visa arrangement. So whereas the US is quite difficult.
Right.
So that was why, really, I could get in. They let me in.
Big city, you could get in.
Yep.
Lots going on.
Yep. Lots
Good,
of places
strong
to play.
musical history.
Yeah.
And so you met Bill, who has another band, Mustache of Insanity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that named after your own mustache?
Actually, no, the mustache came after the band.
You felt like somebody needed to...
Somebody had to have one, and
Yeah.
and it turned out to be me.
Well, it's great to have you here. And do you mind introducing the rest of the band, too?
Sure. On the guitar, we have Paul Rains.
Hey, Paul.
Hi.
And on the drums, we have Michael Collins.
Hey, Michael.
Good afternoon.
So you guys hooked up somehow. You're not Australian.
No, I'm not Australian.
No.
I shall put on my best English accent to highlight this. Yeah, no, not Paul and I both from Kent, which is a county just south of London. So we grew up there together. We've known each other most of our lives, really, been involved in various musical projects. And yeah, but we moved, as I'm sure is the case here, when there's a city the size of London, its sort of gravitational pull sucks you into it. And so we ended up moving up to London and yeah, doing various music projects and then meeting these bozos along the way, and the rest is history, man.
Well, it's working out great, and it sounds awesome. And again, thank you for stopping by. So tell me, the first album, I understand you sort of did, you just did it as a lot of bands might do a first album with not a lot of expectations, right? You're just doing a record, you want to have fun, you want to get your music out there.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's met with, a lot of positive response. And
my mum loved it.
Your mom? That's,
She actually thought our record, sorry about this, Mum, but she actually thought that our record was called Dreams. And I said, Mum, it's not called Dreams, it's called Nothing Like That. She's like, oh, but there's a song about dreaming. I was like, yeah, but... anyway, sorry, I shouldn't diss my mum on radio, but I mean, I'm not dissing her really. I just, it was an interesting point.
It's not called Dreams?
It's not called Dreams.
So you put out your first record, self-titled, and there's just this unexpected or unanticipated success. Not that you wouldn't necessarily expect that, but that's not the intention.
No, we didn't expect it at all.
So that's super cool, and tons of opportunity out of that.
Yeah, and I think we've just it's what we've all wanted to do with our whole lives, really. So we just sort of were very keen to take up the opportunities. It sort of means that if you're prepared to pay for lots of things yourself and have a supportive record label, and you're prepared to not live on very much money, then you can grab it with two hands, I think, and do things as yourself, do things by yourself as much as possible, which is what we've kind of done.
And tons of touring after the first record.
Yeah, this is actually our 5th time to the US, but only our 2nd time to Seattle. We were meant to come last year, but we had these problems with our visas, and they didn't come through in time, so we had to cancel that show, which was a real shame.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Does sort of the response to the first record change the approach to the second at all? Is there suddenly a certain level of expectation that you feel like you need to fulfill?
Well, definitely. I mean, knowing that you have an audience can change things dramatically for how you feel, for writing songs and what you want things to sound like, and you don't want to disappoint people, but you also have to be true to what your own, intentions are as well. So it was tricky, and it took us a bit longer than certainly the first album only took like 14 days, I think. We recorded a song every day. This one we had one big session in the spring of last year, then we had a break all over the summer, and then came back in the autumn and finished it off.
It's a beautiful sounding record.
Thank you very much.
Very well put together. It's on Slumberland here in the U.S. That's like a natural fit, but how did that happen?
Well, the quick answer to that is I wrote him an email and said, would you like to put out a record? And he said, yeah.
God, so many artists say stuff like that, where, I just sent it coldly to this person or this label that I really aspire to or really respect. And
I mean, we sort of had relationship with him anyway, because a band I used to play in, Tender Trap, was put out by Slumberland as well, and I know that, and Slumberland and our label in the UK have they do a lot of co-releases, so it was very much the natural choice, but he did say yes, which was exciting. Before
the 2010 debut, there were a couple EPs and a handful of singles. Are any of those still in print and out there?
Well, the single that people ask us for all the time is the one that's called Henry Rollins Don't Dance, and it was only 300 of them made, and they're on orange vinyl. It was put out by a tiny label in the UK called We Pop. And it's amazing. Some people come up and they say, "Can you sign this?" I bought it for like €80 on eBay, and we charge people £4 for them. You know, so it's sort of frustrating. when we spent a lot of money making it and not a lot of money receiving from people who bought it. But that's okay. That's the way it works, I guess.
There's a song on the new album, Tallulah. Is that a shout out to the Go-Betweens or to Doctor Who?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tallulah Gosh. No, it's a shout out to the Go-Betweens.
Or who's Tallulah Gosh?
Who's Tallulah in Doctor Who? I don't even know.
It's one of the characters.
Oh, okay. Or Bugsy Malone, of course.
Yes.
No, it's a reference to the Go-Betweens.
And that seems like sort of a natural influence. Are there other sort of Australian bands that you hold dear to your heart?
Well, they're a particularly close band to my heart because they're from the same state that we're from. And even from Grant McLennan was born in the town that I'm from.
He's a great songwriter. Yeah.
And other Australian bands, well, I like AC/DC.
Who doesn't?
I like Nick Cave. But I wouldn't say they were necessarily influences on my song.
Kylie?
Kylie? Yeah. In Excess? Or maybe not.
No, In Excess. Cool. Well, no, you know.
It's Allo Darlin live in studio here at KEXP. You know, whenever I say your name, I just can't, I don't feel like I quite get it right because I know how you got the name. And I lived in Walthamstow for a while.
Oh, right.
Where I think you recorded some of the new album.
Yeah, East 17.
And I can just hear street vendors saying that, right? And I always loved some of those terms of endearment that you'd hear in the UK where, you go to the grocery store and they call you love.
Yeah, pet.
Pet?
Duck.
Duck, yeah.
Well, it's great having you here. How about a couple more songs? And again, Allo Darlin playing tonight at the Vera Project along with another fantastic band, Wave Pictures.
Sunshine, I've got you and a bottle of wine. We play the song that to me has a hidden meaning. And you said you'd never been in love, and maybe I believe you sort of. I have a feeling that this day will be amazing. And some people say stars and planets make their way, and some things can never change. And some people believe you can wish on satellites for your dreams. I wish some things would stay the same. So I go to see my good friend, the one who sings in the Riot Girl band. The way she dances on the stage, it is so awesome. And all I think of is where you are, and if you're traveling, then how far. And when you listen to these songs, if you're ever lonely. And some people say stars and planets make their way, and some things can never change. And some people believe the same.
Allo Darlin live on the afternoon show here on KEXP. That's Some People Say, another song off the new album Europe. And again, playing tonight at the Vera Project with Wave Pictures.
Sorry, I just have to change my
No worries.
guitar.
And then you have a long drive heading to Minneapolis on Monday. Have you, in the 5 times you've been to the States, have you driven across the upper
Never.
plains?
Never.
This is the first time we've done that particular drive. Actually, it's the first time we've managed to do I think about 5,000 miles already, and which sounds like a lot when I say it like that. But actually, on our European tour, we did something like 13,000 in about the same amount of time. But I think we just we took a lot of wrong turns.
Yeah, we went backwards a lot.
Yeah.
This has been a much better planned route. So
Time for one more?
yeah, we're going to play The Letter.
Great song.
Thank you.
Sea of Sweden, dreaming of ice skating on the back of a 2-for-1. I wrote you a letter, taking for granted where we'd been. We found solace in the shattered dreams of England, but we can't have the things we choose. And I pictured you singing the silver dew. Granddad's tie. And these days it's hard not to measure by what you've lost, but what you can find. And you said it's hard to believe in the age of aeroplanes and miracles. But that kind of brightness never appealed to me. I was already headed for the dance floor. And if I
Allo Darlin live on the afternoon show. That was great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, taking the time to play here.
Thank you for having us. It's been our pleasure.
And again, playing tonight at the Vera Project. Have a great time.
Thank you.
With Wave Pictures. It's a great billing. It's intentional, right?
Yeah.
Go out together and
Yeah.
you guys know each other.
We do. We've recorded our first album. We recorded where they recorded Instant Coffee Baby, and I've just been a fan of theirs for years. We all have, I think. And then they asked us if they could come on tour with us, and we said,
Very cool.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Well, have a great time. And again, that's at the Vera Project. And I think it's kind of an earlier show, 7:30ish. The doors may be open.
Yeah, that's right, 7:30.
So get down early. And again, thank you for playing songs off the fantastic new record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Kevin Suggs on the sound. It's the afternoon show, KEXP Seattle.